here's the current situation. Pouring rain. Today I'll be making 2 high protein recipes. Both are under 500 calories, so stick around. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of a different weather day than I did a couple weeks ago when it was in the 70s. Now we're having high winds, rain. We're going to have rain for the next few days, probably going to be flooding. You'll probably hear sirens in the background. There's a lot of power outages, so I'm just going to film as long as I can. If this is the first time visiting my channel, my name is Debbie and I'm an RN and I follow a whole food plant-based way of eating. If that interests you, please subscribe, and you can also follow me on Instagram for more plant-based content. Be sure to check out the links below. There I will have the full recipes and all the resources I offer. Those of you that have been following me for a while know that I've been adding more protein to my recipes because I have been feeling a little bit tired and just not a lot of energy, wasn't sleeping well, and was having a harder time in the gym. So I did some research and found that as we get older, it's harder for us to absorb protein and other nutrients, and it's important to add more protein. So you will be seeing recipes that are a little bit higher in protein. I know that I will probably lose some subscribers, and that's okay. I'm not for everyone, but I know that I will gain new followers, and I think it's really important for me to be truthful and authentic and show you what I am doing. I'm still a starch solution gal, still eat my potatoes, still eat my rice, eat my green veg, but I'm just adding protein to the mix. So it's not a huge departure. I know there's some hardcore starch solution people out there and maybe they don't agree with what I'm doing. And that's fine. I want everyone to do what works best for them. So before we start the recipes, just want to give you a little hint here. I'm going to be doing a high protein pasta recipe, and then I'll be doing a vegan chicken, vegetable, and rice dish. All right, let's get started. So I've got some water boiling. I'm going to be using some red lentil pasta. This is 84 grams, which is about a cup. And we're going to get 21 grams of protein from this pasta. And this is going to be serving one person. All right, we're going to let this cook for about 7 minutes. So I drained the pasta. I retained a half a cup of the cooking water, so you want to put that in there. We're adding 1 tablespoon of hummus, a tablespoon of tomato paste, and then you're just going to stir this around, and this is going to make like a little sauce. So you want to just get it all kind of incorporated. Then we'll add our pasta back in. We're going to add in one cup of chopped kale. I've got about a half a pound of steamed broccoli, 1 chopped tomato. And you're just going to mix this all together, get it all coated with this sauce. I'm going to add in a couple tablespoons of nutritional yeast. If you don't like this stuff, then don't put it in. And if you want a little bit more of the sauce, you could add more water if you want a little bit more, but this is good for me. And you'll get everything coated. And then I like to just put the lid on and just let it sit there for a couple minutes so the kale gets a little wilty, and then we'll give it a taste. Okay, here we go. Look at this big bowl of food. If this doesn't fill you up, I don't know what will. This comes in at 38.5 grams of protein and 497 calories. So we're under the 500 calories and good amount of protein. So let's give this a taste. It's so good. Of course, you're gonna want to do salt and pepper to taste, and you can add whatever kind of spices you want. I just did a little bit of garlic salt and some pepper, and it's great. So, So you can still eat your starch solution whey and have higher protein and feel satiated, and it's low fat, and it's under 500 calories. Okay, I still have power, so let's move on to the next recipe. So for this chicken and rice dish, I'm going to be using soy curls. And I use these Butler soy curls. And these are just whole, non-GMO soybeans, okay? They're dehydrated. We're going to rehydrate them. And they have a great texture. And this is going to go into our chicken dish. I'm going to be using a half a package of frozen mixed vegetables, these soy curls, and some veggie broth, and then we're gonna have it with a little bit of rice. So it's going to be a complete meal here. You're gonna have your protein, your starches, and your veg. So I'm gonna just rehydrate these. And all you need to do is just pour some warm water on them, let them sit for about 10 minutes, and they're just gonna plump up beautifully. Once they're rehydrated, you're gonna want to drain off the excess moisture, squeeze them out a little bit, and then we're gonna fry them up on the stove, and then I'll show you how we put it all together. Now you can see how much these plumped up, and they're very chicken-like. All right, I'm gonna go drain these, and then I'll meet you over at the stove. All right, I have about a tablespoon of vegetable broth heating up in this pan. And then I'm just going to add in my soy curls. And I'm on medium heat. And then we're just going to let this cook for a little bit. You just want to get a little color on them. So we'll let these go for a few minutes. We also want to season them up. I'm going to be using this vegan chickenless seasoning salt. It's got salt, onion powder, turmeric, and garlic powder. Now you don't have to have this particular one, but you can just season it with salt, onion powder, turmeric, and garlic powder. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of that on here. And it's just like tofu, you really want to season it well. Or just like real chicken, it doesn't really have a taste, you need to put seasoning on it. So same principle here. I'm going to add another tablespoon of veggie broth. And we'll season it more as we go along. One more. All right, we'll let this go for another minute or two. Now I'm going to add in about 2 cups of veggie broth. I'm going to add half this bag. I get this bag at my Aldi's for 98 cents. And it's carrots, corn, green beans, peas. So I'm just going to throw this in about half the bag. And we'll want to season it up a little more. And once it comes up to a boil, I did turn up the heat. We want it to come to a boil, and then I'm just going to let it simmer for a few minutes, just so all the flavors get in there. And then I'm going to add a little slurry here of cornstarch and water because I want it to be a little bit thicker. And that also helps everything coat better onto the veggies, and I just love that. All right, here we go, finished product. This comes in at 22 grams of protein and 392 calories. It is a huge plate of food. It's going to keep you full. You've got your protein, your carbs, your fats. I've got some rice in the middle here. So it's really a balanced meal, and it's going to really keep you full. So let me give this a taste. So good. One more bite. It's a very kind of a cozy kind of a meal. I love the thickened little sauce there. So it kind of reminds me of like a stew. I don't know, it's really great in this colder weather. So that plate of food is going to really keep you full. And one thing that I've really noticed by adding more protein to my meals is that I'm not hungry. I stay full longer. I was staying full pretty well with just my veggies and my starch, but this really, I mean, I'm really surprised and I'm really happy about it. I just feel a lot more energized throughout the day, and it's just really working out for me. So I know this is a change for some of you, and I hope you stick around while I navigate this myself. This is new to me. I've just started doing this, adding more protein. So I'm gonna make some mistakes along the way. I don't know everything, but what I learn, I'll share with you. And if you're in the same boat with me, if you're, in your 60s, 70s, and you feel like you need some more protein, I want to show you these meals, and they're going to be still low calorie. You'll still be able to lose weight, and you're going to retain your muscle mass, because that's what is so important for us as we get older, is to have that muscle mass. I mean, losing weight is one thing. You really want to lose fat, because if you're just losing weight, you could be losing muscle mass, and that's something as we get older we do not want to do. You want to retain that muscle mass so that as you get older you can remain strong, and that way you've got good core strength if you're working out, and all that's going to help you avoid falls, and falls will help you avoid like hip fractures. None of us want that. So I'm doing this for my own health. If you want to follow along with me, that's great. I really appreciate that. If you like this video, if you learned something, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you've made it this far in the video, just comment below with a smiley face, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. And remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you.